Hello, thank you, and welcome to this YouTube channel. And I just hope that in whatever place you are watching the video from, you are doing very fine. So in this video, I want to base my analysis on the statements made by our Deputy President, Professor Kindiki, when he visited Embu County. But before I proceed, I want you to first watch and listen to him.
Kuunblock hapa na pale, projects zingine zilikuwa zimekwama, tumepata solution. Once they are ready, mngetaka rais akuje? Yeah? Atakuwa well received? Are you sure? Kama kuna watu wanataka kupiga kelele, mimi niko tayari mnipigie. I'm your son. There is no problem. Yeah. So hiyo Embu tumesukuma. Hii Saturday tuko na event pale Embu ya 20,000 seated. Kwa kuketi hapo. Hii ni 1,000 na kitu. Hii ni 1,500 hapo. 20 seated. Ya maendeleo sio ya siasa. So watu wanaongea juu hapa, mtu amejawa na kiburi mingi. Hati sijui mimi, tumeona watu wengi my friend. We even disagreed with President Uhuru Kenyatta when he was the commander-in-chief, when it became necessary. Because kuna wakora walienda wakamteka nyara hapo, akalose something hapo. Lakini siku hizi tumekuwa marafiki. Nilikuta kulikuwa na mitego mingi ya kuseparate William Ruto na Uhuru Kenyatta, nikategua. Sasa because we cannot afford to have our retired president talking with complaints out there. It is wrong for a country. And he is the only living former head of state we have. If the nation was in a crisis bigger than itself, we will require somebody with enough stature to be able even to speak to President Ruto and call the nation to order. Mzee Moi rested, Mzee Kibaki rested. That other person can only be a retired president, and that is Uhuru Kenyatta. He's the only one. The rest of us, we cannot, President Ruto is our boss. But as a retired head of state, he has the moral authority, if there are some things, to have a discussion with the sitting head of state, and they will agree on how to salvage the nation. So, sasa ni mabesti, tuko hivyo, tunaendelea kusonga namna hii. Alafu watu wengine wadogo hapa wanatutisha. It's because we don't talk. Wanatutisha, sijui tutafanya. Ufanye wapi? Pitie wapi, my friend? Utapitia wapi? Where now? Siku ile niwacha tu niwache. Sitaki kurudi kuongea mambo ya pale.
Now let's proceed with the analysis. So from what I have just heard from the Deputy President is that in his statement, he was, without mentioning the name, attacking Rigathi Gachagua. So I don't want to remind you of what he has said about Rigathi Gachagua. But what I have noticed from his speech is that the speech is full of deception. For instance, if he asks the people if they will receive the president, if he comes there next week or not, what was he trying to insinuate? In his statement, he was trying to tell us that the ground is too hot for the president, and that's why he was persuading the people to accept the president without heckling at him. So to me, this meeting that the Deputy President attended was like a pre-visit to check whether the environment is fine with the president or not. Because in his statement, he stated clearly that by next week, the president will visit the area. So in a nutshell, he went there to prepare the ground for the president in his upcoming visit. And now with that is where the lie comes in. Because now what might lead the people to not accept the president? We know that since former deputy president was impeached, our president has never had peace in the mountain. Last time when he sent his appointment to Embu County to read his speech, the guy was stopped and heckled at. So the ground is very hot for the president. And this is so because of Rigathi Gachagua. So if the DP is telling us that Rigathi Gachagua is just a small person and someone who cannot go anywhere, is a lie. Because they fear that the people will not accept the president wholeheartedly. Just because Rigathi Gachagua has somehow succeeded to draw people on his side. Secondly, the DP has also talked about the relationship between the president and the former president, that they are now in a good relationship. And from his statement, I can clearly see that he is taking credit for making these two renowned politicians reconcile and reunite. From this statement, I see another form of deception. Because from what we just saw the other day, the Jubilee Party promised to support Fred Matiang'i for his presidential bid. And from what we also know, that Jubilee Party is being led by our former president, Uhuru Kenyatta. So how can he, if indeed he has a good relationship with the president, support another candidate who is an opponent to President William Ruto? Okay, if what the DP is saying is true, then we can say that Uhuru Kenyatta, our former president, has his one leg in the government and the other one in the opposition. But from what the DP is telling us, that they have a good relationship, is a big lie to me. It can't work from what I'm just seeing. So guys, let me end it there for now. But before I do so, I want to kindly request you to take a second of your time and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not yet done so. Thanks for watching and be safe.